Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I have some fun things to show you. This stuff is from Temu, and then my main part of this video, I want to show you how to make a really cute junk journal. I'm going to use these supplies, but I'm going to use this Valentine chocolate box. I thought it was super cute with the heart shape. It has like glassine in there, but what we're going to do is we're going to use this for the cover of the book. This is a perfect size little mini junk journal. It's about 4 inches by 6, and I just think it'll make a really cute journal. So stick around for the end of the haul and I will show you how to do that. Okay, I'm going to show you the stuff that I picked up from Temu to use in the journal. I'm also going to use some things that I already have in my stash, but I picked out this stuff. I kind of wanted things to go for Valentine's Day. So I'll start with this. This is a Valentine table runner, but I thought it would be fun to use within the journal or future journals too. But I can use this for like along one of the pages, or just cut the hearts out. And if I wanted to use it on the back of the cover, I could. It's like a table runner though, a lace. So I picked up that. Picked up these bags. I just like the patterns. And let's see, cut them open here. Obviously won't use all of these for the journals, but so there is, looks like there's several prints. There's that one, that one, that one. So lots of choices here that I can cut apart to make pages and pockets. So got those. I picked out this paper. Can't remember if it's cardstock or just regular scrapbook paper, but it has 24 sheets. I will have all these links down below, as well as a coupon code for you. So this is kind of like my other paper that I hauled. It's a thicker, little bit thicker than like a Joann's or Michael's single sheet scrapbook paper. So there's that pattern. This one. So really fun. Lots of fun heart patterns. Looks like there's 2 sheets of each and probably 12, I think 12 different patterns. There's just one of those. Alright, so very cool. And then I picked out this heart trim. It's just like a ribbon trim. Super cute. I don't remember how much is on here. It doesn't say, but I'm sure it says it in the listing. And then I picked out 2 metal dies. This is like a full page heart shape. I'm excited to cut that out to see what that makes the paper look like. And then this one that is a Happy Valentine's Day, but it's backwards, of course. So I'm going to use that. And then these are really cute. They are vintage Valentine's stickers. They're vintage prints of Valentine's, but they're like the vinyl stickers. There's all kinds of different patterns here. really cute. That one is a classic. That's cute. Adorable. I can't remember what it said. I can't remember the quantity of this. These are really adorable. Oops. Upside down there. I'm thinking there's probably at least 25. Oops. Super adorable. Yep, looks like they're all different too, so that's super cool. All right, and then the last thing is this set of heart-shaped tags. So it comes with a bundle of twine, which is perfect for journals. And then I think it was like 50 of these. So they're just heart tags, and the little heart punches out, and you can use them for gifts, or you can make it into a garland, or just use them as a tag in a journal, and that's what I'll do. So yeah, super cute. So now just follow along here while I'll go in and show you how you can make a junk journal using this really cute Valentine chocolate box. This I picked up at the Dollar Tree, but I'm sure that they have these at just about any store because it's a typical chocolate heart box. All right, so here is the adorable little junk journal that I made. I absolutely love how this turned out. So I made the front part here a little shaker. Kind of shakes around in there. And added one of those vintage stickers. Added some pom-pom trim on the bottom. This one I used the binder rings instead of sewing the signature in because I wanted the Happy Valentine's Day on the spine to show through, and I think it worked out perfectly. Added some of the trim on here. I did find this pom-pom yarn stuff on Temu too, so I will try and put the link for that. But this stuff was from the Dollar Tree and stuff that I had in my stash. So I'll go ahead and do a little tiny flip through, and then I'll go into showing you how I made this little book. But I think it turned out just lovely. Love it. Just a mini little junk journal. I put some vintage ephemera in that I had that I thought went well here. 2 little pockets. And these will be in my Etsy shop. I used paper clips, and just kind of bent them into hearts there. This was the stencil or the die that I picked up from Temu. So that was cool. I just added a little piece of paper there so I could punch holes in it. And I dyed some paper with some templates with food coloring, and so I made that a pocket. Had a bingo card in my stash. This was the table runner that I cut apart. That was here as well, and on that first page. And that's the last of it. This is a little vintage Valentine piece there. More dyed paper. These are some tags I made with some of that scrapbook paper, the trim, and this was the dyed paper that I just cut into a tag. And here are the heart little tags. And the back here, I covered up the ingredients with this is one of the bags that I cut apart, and added trim. I left the part at the top here where it says Happy Valentine's Day to and from, because you could use that, you know, if you wanted to give this to somebody, you could add their name there. So I just love how it turned out. So if you want to know how to make it, go ahead and stick with me here and I'll show you. So the first thing you're going to do is pull apart your chocolate box, take out the chocolate and the insert, and then I'm going to cut the side off here, the side flap. Save that part because the Happy Valentine's Day can be used in the book. And then I'm going to open up both ends, the bottom and the top. And then I'll use my paper trimmer to trim the flaps off on both ends. And then I make sure that the sides are trimmed nice and straight. Then I made a template with a piece of vellum there, and I'm going to trace that onto 2 pieces of cardstock. I'll trace it first, and then I'm going to add 1/4 of an inch around. You can either draw the 1/4 of an inch around it or just cut it like I'm doing here. I started to draw it, but now I'm going to trace that one onto another piece of cardstock, and then use my original template and draw the inside part of that. I'm going to cut each one of those out on the outside little heart there. And then I will bring it over to my cutting board with an X-Acto knife, and I'm cutting the middle circle or middle heart shape out. So that gives me a frame. And that's the frame there that I'm going to glue both pieces together, and that's going to add some little bit of height in that heart window on the box, so that I can add some sequins in there to make it a shaker cover. You could bring your heart into Cricut Design Space and try and make a template there and cut it out on your Cricut, but I didn't do that this time. So now I'm taking tacky glue and I'm gluing those 2 pieces together, and then I'm going to glue that piece into the inside cover, and that will be framed around the heart that's cut out of the cover there. Now you want to let that dry, and then while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to cut the front and back covers out there, or the pieces that will go on the front and back cover. I glued down the back, and now I'm going to put glue on the little frame and then all over that inside part there that's around the frame. Kind of smooth it out a little, and then I'll stick the other piece down on top of that. I will go in with my sewing machine later, just in case there's little side pieces that aren't able to glue all the way down because of the additional cardstock. I'm gluing some pockets, and I glued the center down there. Just make sure everything stays down. Now I'm taking my crocodile, and on the bigger side I'm punching holes, one on each side, the front and the back cover at the top and the bottom. And now I'm going to cover up the ingredients and all that on the back of the box, but I do want to keep the top part where it says Happy Valentine's Day to and from. So I'm just going to glue that on top. I'm making that a pocket, so I put glue on 3 sides. And then I'm going to add some of my heart trim along the side there, just with some glue. I went in with the sewing machine and sewed all the way around both front and back. And now I'm going to glue some pom-pom trim along the bottom. You could sew that on, but it's just a little too hard to keep it straight. I was having trouble with my tripod. It was moving, and so I had to keep moving I just had to tighten it a little. So put that down. I'm going to let it, needed to add that little string in there, but I'm going to let it dry before I trim the sides. Now I'm going to work on the inside pages. So I'm taking another one of the gift bags and I'm cutting it apart. I'm going to make the front page, and I used this on the other book, so I just have one side of it left over. So that's the only part of that bag I'm going to use in this book. So it'll just be the front page. So I'm cutting it down to my 4 by 6 1/4 size. That's what the cover size is. So I'm just going to make my pages that size. And then I'm adding some scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to go through and put my pages together. And if I need to add anything with the sewing machine, I'm just going to paper clip it right now, and then I'll take it over to my sewing machine off camera. So I'm just adding in all these pieces of the scrapbook paper to make the pages. Those 2 will be little side pockets. So I'll just punch a little half moon shape there, and you'll see that later bit, but I put little tags in those pockets. That one I already had made, and then that one as well. I'm going to add a doily onto this page. I also make that a pocket, so I put glue right in there, and that page folds out, but it also has the little pocket on the fold there. Now I'm going to go through and add some embellishments to the pages, and these will be my embellishments that I'll sew with the sewing machine. So I'm going to cut out some of that table runner to add to this page, and I'm kind of just framing the Valentine or the hearts that are on that. So that will be sewn off camera, and then I'll add some rickrack to this page. The napkin I just sewed around the edges to keep it together, and then on this page I'm going to add some pom-pom trim, some of the heart trim on this page. And then with this one, I want just a little piece of ribbon on the side, so I'm going to use my stapler. This is a tiny attacher, so it has little staples in it. I have some vintage lace trim that has, it's kind of like a binding strip, I guess. So that will be sewn on. So now I'm going through and just making sure I have my pages in the right order that I want. With this page, I'm using the die that was from Temu and cutting, using some red cardstock and just cutting it out of the red cardstock. And I like this die because it cuts the hearts out, so you have the little hearts that you can use to decorate. And then you have that full page of attached hearts after you get it all pulled apart. Now with this, I cut the right side off, and then I attached a strip of paper, and you'll see that here in a second. I attached a strip of paper to the left side so that I could punch holes and add it to the book. And then this was just a strip from that gift bag that was left over. So I'm going to fold it all the way down there. And I'm going to use the sewing machine on that as well, just to sew it together. Now for this bingo card, this was something I had in my stash. I'm using a piece of this was from a gift bag too. I'm just going to cut out a heart and glue that on the center. And then on this page, I have another piece of crocheted lace, and then I'm decorating with the hearts. So there, I was showing you, I went and sewed everything, and now I'm starting to punch the holes in the sides. So I just measured it with my book, and then I'm going through each page and marking and punching until I have all the pages punched. Sometimes you can cut more or punch more than one page, but I find that I kind of mess it up that way and they don't line up right, so I just kind of do one at a time, unfortunately, but these are small books, so it doesn't take long anyways. Alright, they're all punched, so now we're going to put the binder ring in through the back cover. And this, I found if I put one hole in completely and closed it and then moved on to the second hole, it was a lot easier. But I first started trying to put both holes in, and it was just a little difficult. So it keeps falling apart on me. So now I decide I'll just do the bottom hole. Put it through to the front and then close it, and now it's just easier to only have to put one hole through, or put the binder ring through the top holes. I'm going to add one of the Valentine stickers to the front. This one's a cat, the other one was the dog, that right on the corner there. And then I'm going to tie 2 pieces of ribbon and then some pom-pom trim on the side. So I just double knot these. You can add as many or a few that you want on the side. I just added mine to the top binder ring and made them long, but you can make shorter pieces and put them on both. And then I pulled a big piece of the red gingham to have the tie around. So I just tied that around into a bow. Now I'm going to make a charm for this to add to the tassel. So I have a long pin, like a jewelry pin, and then I have 2 hearts, and then I have letters that say love. So I put 1 heart on, then the letters, and then another heart. And then I just used my round pliers there and bent it over into a little circle and just pushed the end of the pin down inside the bead. It was kind of hard to see here. My camera's going back and forth in focus, and there's not much room left on that pin, but all I had to do was squeeze it down into the hole and made a little circle. And then I'm adding a jump ring and then the lobster clasp and closing it back up. And then I opened up my binder ring and just slid that right onto the binder ring, so it's hanging on the side. So there they are, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Go ahead over to Temu and check out the links down below. Use the coupon code. Have a great day. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality again. See you later. God bless. Bye.